All right, there we are. It says we're live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. JD, what is up, brother? How you doing this morning? Always good to have you jump on. JD, I want to talk about the lockouts here in a little bit, but since we're just starting, give me a few minutes to get the thing going here. It is Friday, back at it. You can see I'm back in my messy office. Messy office, broken chair, don't care. Holiday season, right around the corner. I gotta get a new chair. Some good HMG coffee. Listen, how is everybody doing? Um, Thank you all for the text messages and emails on not showing up and doing a show last week. I uh, I apologize. I apologize. I hope everybody had a good week. Oh, look at that, my tie broke. Tanya, good morning, dear. How are you? Tanya, how was your hunting season? Talk a little bit about that. Mine was all right up in the cold northwest of northern woods of Wisconsin. That's where I go every year. Tanya, I know you're up there. How'd you do? You're further north than I am, though. It was windy this year, real windy. Snow. You got snow up there. Wow. Yeah, didn't have snow when I was home, so saw 5 doe. That's good. I ended up harvested a doe, and my little brother harvested a buck, and that was about it. So yeah, very cold. Is it warm? Travis, how are you, man? I gotta, Travis, we gotta jump on a call here soon, man. It's been too long. It's not warm in Wisconsin where I'm at currently back east here. It's not bad, just really windy. It seems lately like the last couple of weeks from like the Midwest over to the East Coast here, it's just been super windy. I mean, I remember one day hunting, it was, I don't know, we had winds up to like 18 miles an hour. And it's not, I don't mind cold weather as long as there's snow. What I don't like is when it's cold, super cold out, uh, no snow, and a lot of wind. It's just miserable at that point. At that point. JD, it's cold here in Arizona. JD's got his winter clothing out. Listen, anything, anything under about 75 degrees in Arizona, they're breaking out the winter gear. That's cold for them. 65 degrees in Arizona, out in the Phoenix area. That's cold for them. So they're busting out the winter clothing and stuff. That's God. That's funny. I appreciate everybody jumping on this morning. It's great to be back here for this week and next week, and I think the week after. The following week, I think we'll be back in Wisconsin for the holidays for just a few days, but it's great to be back. Let's go ahead and get started. I want a lot to cover since I wasn't here last week, and I want your guys' input as well. So keep leaving comments in the section below here. First off, it's the holiday season, and this week's show is sponsored by our friends over at Simper Savage. Go check them out. Absolutely love them. Best salad and marinades on the market. Simper Savage, get you some. Go to simpersavage.com. Day, good morning. How are you? Thanks for jumping on. So yeah, a couple weeks ago, I went and met with Stacy and John, and they always hook you up with the nice stuff, and I absolutely love it. So shout out to Simper Savage right away this morning. So we got a new show coming up. I talked about this new show that was joining the network. And in fact, she just, good morning, happy holidays, Deanna. I appreciate it. I'm going to talk about you right now. Deanna just left a comment, and she's got a show called Label Free Podcast. It is it's been in the top 10 on several platforms all over the world. She does an incredible show. and we're honored and just excited to have her on the network and part of the HMG family. So make sure you follow her, Deanna. Go follow her and her podcast, Label Free Podcast. It's just great show. So check that out. What else we got? It's the holiday season, and I've gotten a couple of phone calls this week. And I hate to bring this up, but it needs to be brought up. Check on your battle buddies, folks. It's, those of you that got family members that are veterans, you're veterans yourself, or people that you serve with, whatnot. Check on your battle buddies this time of year. It's something that needs to be done. We've had a few phone calls where we've lost some brothers in arms in the last couple of weeks, and you think somebody's okay or whatnot, and they might be going through something. So check on your battle buddies, and those of you that are out there that are just going through a tough time or might be in a dark spot, because this time of year sometimes that tends to do that to people. Reach out to your friends, reach out to me, reach out to Heroes Media Group. Let us know how we can help, even if you just need us to listen. We're here. So if you know somebody, or if you're that person, drop us a DM, and we'll get in touch with you. And we're here to help any way that we can. Okay. So another thing I want to point out with that is call your battle buddies and get them on the Spartan Pledge. If you're not sure what the Spartan Pledge is, I will tag that below here. In fact, I'm going to try to do that right now. You guys know how well I am with multitasking and doing like 3 things all at once here. All right, there. So check that out, Spartan Pledge. And yeah, okay. All right. Said that. Let's switch it up. First off, big shout out to my boy, Mark Peterson. Mark, it was Mark. Listen, real quick. People's Patriot Project, the man behind it, Mark Peterson. It was his birthday yesterday. Give that man a big happy birthday. He deserves it. The guy is like just larger than life. Solid dude. He's a veteran, and he's a teacher, so he's definitely in the community hero. Mark, love you, brother. Hope you had a wonderful birthday. So get at it, folks. Get at it. Wish him a happy birthday. All right, listen. Holiday season. Now let's really get into this. I got some important questions here for all of you. I want you guys to be honest with me here. It being the Christmas season, how many of you guys do ugly sweaters? Are ugly sweaters? How many do a ugly sweater contest, or should we do an ugly sweater contest? I got plenty of ugly sweaters, and I will be wearing one on one of the shows here in the next couple of weeks. Other question I want to ask you guys, how many of you out there, and be honest now, be honest, how many of you out there have rewrapped a gift? Don't lie. Be honest. How many of you have rewrapped a gift and thought it was okay? Or let me ask you, is it okay to rewrap a gift? So, is it okay to rewrap a gift? And I really want to know, is it okay? How many of you have this thing? This elf on a shelf thing. I don't even like you, dude. Why are you? No, you can't. Sorry. Where was I? Rewrapping a gift. How many of you rewrap a gift? Other question. Favorite Christmas songs. I want to hear favorite Christmas songs. What is your favorite Christmas song? What's the best Christmas movie out there? I got obviously you got to go with the Griswolds' Christmas Vacation, right? I think that's definitely one that you have to do. and the Christmas Story is another good one. Um, and then the Elf on the Shelf. He just tried to interrupt the show just now. I can't stand those things. I got that from a friend, and that guy ends up everywhere. So I apologize for him. Um, anyway, moving on. What do we got here? Re-rapper, really? You guys re-rap and re-gifts, huh? I love it. Okay. Tanya, It's a Wonderful Life. Great movie. Chris. Chris, Chris, listen, man. He was, yeah. Anyway, I'm not even, yeah. The Elf on the Shelf thing. It's something new, and I made a comment a couple years ago that I can't stand that Elf on the Shelf, and somebody was kind enough to buy it for me as a gift, I guess. JD, can I get a Packers sweater? Should I win a contest? We're gonna delete JD from the group right now, folks, because that's just hurtful. Scrooge with Bill Murray. That's another good one. Another great movie. Scrooged. Die. Die Hard. Another one. Jumper is the. Yeah. So, and I'm gonna ask these questions throughout the week. I think I'm gonna pick one question next week, starting on Monday. I'm gonna ask, and then I think we should we the ugly sweater contest. Let's go back to that one real quick. I think we'll do a contest. Win something, and how many would like an 8x10 autograph picture of me? Nobody? Okay, that's fine. So we'll think of something else. Great. We can do that. Are we doing bow ties for sale? I'm actually, Tanya, I'm gonna make that announcement next week. I got to meet with somebody today at 2 o'clock about bow ties. So, yes, it will be interesting. Shay, good morning. Good morning. Miracle on 34th Street. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. James, what's the thumbs down? Is that for the autograph picture? No, you're not digging that. Most people don't. That's fine. I get it. Whatever. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Or wait, no, Hanukkah was just recently. Sorry. Yeah. So the bow ties are still in effect. We're definitely going to do something with those. So yeah, ugly sweaters, rewrapped gifts, which I am really surprised of how many people rewrap gifts. And at the same time, that's that's awesome. I love it. Favorite Christmas song? I don't think we did. I do that one already. Favorite Christmas song. I don't know. I'm kind of an old soul. I'd say like anything by Nat King Cole is is uh, is pretty good. And then we'll do best Christmas movie. And then here's the thing though. I'm going to ask this of you guys. When you guys do this though, when I post these throughout the week, starting Monday, I'm going to ask the question. And if you have an ugly sweater, you need to post a picture of you with the ugly sweater. Okay. Rewrap gifts. Tell me something that you rewrapped. Favorite Christmas song, you put that on there, and then best Christmas movie. So keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. All right. Yeah. I'm rewrapping Heroes Media Group and giving it to Africa. That's awfully kind of you, Chris. I appreciate that. I will I'll get you. I'll take my Steelers jersey that I that I got as a gag gift and give that to you. We'll call that good. Oh, the Siberian Orchestra. That's a great one too, Tanya. These are all good stuff, guys. I love it. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Um, yeah, this is a great. I think they say it's the most wonderful time of the year. Let's be positive this year. Last everything that's been going on the last 2 years has just been crazy, right? So you guys that are out here, and leaving comments, and those of you that watch this later on, whether it's here on Facebook, YouTube, or on our website. Let's make this the best year ever for everybody. Let's just try to spread a bunch of cheer this year. This Christmas, I'm going to ask for Hooked on Phonics and learn how I can actually like talk coherently. So anyway, no, bury it. Some fan, huh? No. What else? Moving on. We got some events coming up next week. Hey, listen, it is the most wonderful time of the year. My favorite game out of any college or professional sports is the Army-Navy game next week. Have you guys seen the Army and the Navy's uniforms this year? What are your thoughts on the Army-Navy uniforms this year? This year, I believe, don't quote me on this, they were supposed to do it last year, but I believe this year they're moving it back to the old Meadowlands in New Jersey where the Jets and the Giants play. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go this year because my son's flying home from college, and that is far more important than anything else. So I got to pick him up from the airport. But yeah, awesome. The uniforms that the Army and the Navy do, solid every year. I think this year for the Army is the Special Forces, and then the Navy this year I think is the Hornet fighter jet, I believe. So Andrew, good morning, brother. I appreciate you jumping on. Yeah, Army unis are they just, this is I love the Army-Navy game. There's so much history behind this game, and if you ever get the opportunity to go, do it. I've been blessed to go to 5 already. I usually just spend most of my time on the field, and pre-game they do all their traditions and whatnot, and it is breathtaking. It is really all I can say. It is breathtaking. It's fun. It's competitive, and it's like they say, it's the only game where everybody on the field is a hero, and it's something very, very special. So if you haven't had that opportunity to go yet, we need to change that. So we got to check that out. So, all right, listen, let's get started. We got shows to cover here this week, all right? Keep giving me your answers with the ugly sweaters, rewrap gifts, favorite Christmas song, and best Christmas movie. First up in the queue, this is what we got. The Power of Investing in People podcast with our gal, Shay Sparks. This episode, from immigrating to this country, learning English, and then working in corporate America, Amanda Villarreal, I hope I said that right, was blindsided by being let go from her job. So then she started her own business where she typically serves mostly women and veteran businesses. And I'm chuckling in my mind right now because I'm sure I pronounced that name wrong, and I can hear Shay laughing at me right now. Yeah, great episode. Incredible story that Amanda has, and she's got such a big heart, and what she's doing for women and veteran businesses. This was a really cool show, so make sure you check this one out. Next up, we got Straight Outta Combat. We're playing some old shows, and this week was the General Flynn. General Flynn blessed us with his presence, and check it out. Check out Straight Outta Combat. A lot of good shows. It's been a while since they've put out a new show, so we're replaying some of the old ones right now because it looks like they potentially could be bringing this show back sometime the middle part of next year. So check that out. That's Straight Outta Combat. Let's see here. Next up, we got the Arms Room show. Really important show this week. Not to say that not all the shows are not important, but this one here, Ted was in studio teaching about setting up an emergency radio communications network. You learned so much from this episode and Ted. And they do a radio class. They got like the ham radios and stuff. You can't see it, but I got a couple of ham radios there. When I go take my dogs for a walk in the woods or whatnot, a lot of times you don't get cell service, but I'll take a radio with me, and you can get hear what's going on or make contact or whatnot. It's just really cool how they do it. So what happens if you lose communication? How are you going to survive? How are you going to get the news? How are this, that, and everything? They tell you all of this stuff. So Emergency Radio Communications Network, how to set that up, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So check that out. That's this week's The Arms Room Show. Let me see here. I regift, depend on the gift. Yeah, wow, a lot of regifters out here. And listen, I'm not judging. And in fact, I thank all of you that regift because I think there might be some of that this year. On my end, so I had no cell service where I hunted this year. Yeah, so Tanya, this would be a great show for you to check out because it's one of those. What do you do in that situation? You can't move, you're injured, and you have no cell service. Do you have a backup radio with you that you can communicate with the local forestry or DNR or whomever? Wherever you're at in whatever state, I don't know what they call them all in all the different states, but having a radio, like when I travel when I drive cross country, yes, you have decent cell service, but your cell phone doesn't work all the time. Sometimes you get in a dead spot, and this actually happened to me and my son driving from Arizona to Nebraska. There was a dead spot there, and the car broke down. Neither one of us had cell service, and had a radio. Had a ham radio and was able to radio, and I picked up a truck driver that was not far from us. Took him about 10 minutes to get to us, and he radioed in. We had help within the hour, so we didn't have to wait there very long. But that's the importance of having a backup. Let me see here. The HMG bourbon on the... Yeah, okay, JD. All right, listen, moving on. Next show, we got... Not Your Average Operator. This was another great episode. This one here was the OODA loop on this one. Have you ever considered using a technique or framework to solve a critical task a lot more efficiently? This week, the boys discussed a famed technique called the OODA loop, invented by legendary United States Air Force fighter pilot John Boyd. OODA is a acronym for Observe, Orient, Decide, and Act. The boys have a quick discussion on how they've implemented this process throughout their professions, as well as their personal lives. They distinct each step and share the varying methods that commonly are implemented using this technique. More importantly, the biggest gains in using this process is the ability to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations, increasing your rate of execution and thriving in total unpredictability. So this was a great show, really cool, and I haven't really heard of this prior to this episode. And it's a really cool technique. I would totally check this one out. That's this week's Not Your Average Operator. And when you listen to it, leave a comment for the guys below. They're wanting more interaction from the listeners, particularly with all the shows. But leave a comment. And that's the other thing. Let me go back with all the shows. When you listen to it, go to their show page. If you're not following them, follow them and leave them a comment. Yeah. James, it is. It really is a good way to motivational thing. Next up, Time to Shine Today. I'm going to butcher these names. I apologize ahead of time. I'm just going to say Raj is he's a tech career strategist focusing on helping people to land their dream job and become successful leaders. He's been featured in numerous podcasts and publications. He's also an author of a new book called Skyrocket Your Career. That's one episode from Time to Shine Today. The other one this week is Simone Kigo. She's a best-selling author of The Extraordinary Unordinary You. She's a speaker, entrepreneur, mother of 6, sharing her journey of adopting 3 of her children, her climb of Mount Kilimanjaro, and all the funny, scary, inspiring stories that have come along the way. So both great episodes. Check them out. That's this week's Time to Shine Today with our buddy Scott Ferguson. The Baldy Reports. You can go check out the Baldy Reports when I put them on here underneath after the show, like I always do every week. Go check them out. They do their live streams from Facebook, their Facebook page. So they put on a great show. They do a couple of shows each week. Check them out. We got your 6 at 6. It was Big Mark Peterson's birthday the other day. Mark and the crew over at the People's Patriot Project, they get everybody together on Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for We Got Your 6 at 6. Check it out. Put that on your calendar. It's definitely a show that you'd like. And if you're into music, they got a lot of veteran musicians that come on to that show. So check that out. It's a pretty cool show, and it's a fun time. Last, as far as the shows go, and then I got a couple of announcements, but certainly not least, JD was the S3. It's the battle of the billionaires versus the millionaires, right? Major League Baseball. Lockout. First lockout since what, 94, 95 season, I think. Who's responsible for the Major League Baseball's lockout right now? Who's to blame? The owners or the players? JD is going to break it down, the major issues between the two sides, and how the lockout could affect spring training down in Arizona. Most of you, baseball fans, if you know, Arizona is a huge area for spring training for Major League Baseball. Tons and tons of teams go down there. How is that going to affect them? We will see. Plus, it's week 13. Time to see if the Patriots are truly back when they take on their rival, the Buffalo Bills. Go Bills on Monday night. Let's see here. Who comes out victorious and other NFL teams? Who needs to win this week in order to make the playoffs? 94. Okay, so the last Major League Baseball lockout was in 94. Listen, you can check out JD's show Saturday mornings, 8 o'clock, I think. I want to say 8. JD put the time down because I missed that part. I should know that. I apologize. Anyway, check out JD's show. He'll be live on Facebook on the S3 Facebook page tomorrow, going over all of this stuff. So make sure you check that out. Again, I got to give a huge shout out to our folks over at Simper Savage, John, Stacey, best salad dressings and marinades. Go check out, do me a favor, do me a solid, go check out all the shows on Heroes Media Group. If you're not already following the shows and you're not sure where to get them, just click on the links below after this show and I'll have them. Go check out HMG Beverage. HMG Beverage, you can get your coffee. We got monthly subscriptions. They're still being filled right now. There's going to be a change coming up in January. But we're still doing our monthly subscriptions right now. And then you can see our spirit lines that we have. Our new bourbon blend, we're just waiting on the labels. Everything's been approved. They've been bottled. We're just waiting on the labels. And hopefully our gin and our 2 bourbon blends will be in stores near you at the beginning of the year. We're not going to push it a whole lot tomorrow. Or I'm sorry, we're not going to push it a whole lot right now because holiday season, it's kind of hard to get that stuff. And we're still getting some distribution stuff taken care of. But if you want more information on that, just hit me up, send me a message. It's tax season. Those you small business owners, this is a huge thing. Get if you're not doing your books, go check out My Tax Fella. My friend Anthony has been doing my books and our taxes for all of my businesses for the last 6 years. And I trust him, absolutely love him. He does a great, him and his crew over there, they do a great job. So go check out my tax fella. Christmas ideas, HMG beverage. We also have Heroes Garden as well. Check them out. Digital Trigger. Oh, two. I lost my train of thought. I'll put all the sponsors and stuff in there. I know I'm missing one and whatnot. If you guys have something that you want me to talk about next week or this month, let's leave me shoot me a message, drop me a DM, let me know. Next year we're going to be opening up some things, so maybe you have a friend that's a business owner that has a product or whatnot. We're going to be doing product reviews starting February, the first week of February. So that's really it. It's glad to be back behind the mic, behind the camera, whatever. But appreciate all of you guys coming on, leaving comments and whatnot. Let's have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe out there. Love you all. God bless you. God bless America. And we'll see you guys next week.